Vikram Chiruvolu. I hope we can create a moment where we say, you know what, the way that we've been thinking about, planning and policy in the past, we really need to rethink it from the ground up to really create this better way where people aren't, it's just not even really on the table for people to be traumatized and harmed by how land use policy gets legislated and implemented. Economic violence originally is researched and documented in the context of domestic violence. It's a way that, for example, abusive partners would increase the emotional and physical abuse on their partners was by denying economic resources. And there's a way of thinking about land use policy as a form of potentially economic violence where there is the commission of a really aggressive denial of needs being met by the city towards certain groups of people. I mean, that seems really clear from the core report and how 40,000 people or some 10 to 15,000 families lost their homes. But we've really put the cart before the horse by saying, no, let's get the wealthy developers' economic needs met, and by doing that, everybody else's needs will get met. It's sort of a version of the trickle-down model, which plainly doesn't work. And to some degree, city officials are going to have to really grapple with the fact that some of this might be going on for them when they think about, gee, I've been involved in city politics for the last 30 years. And if in the last 30 years, tens of thousands of families have been displaced and all this trauma has happened on account of many city policies, what's my role in that? And, we have to all be able to take a deep breath and say, at some point you got to face the music. At some point you really got to deal with that is there and orient yourself differently, and make a clean break with the mindset that says, well, we can just fix it around the edges without actually healing it at the core. Particularly in the domain of real estate development, I think that attitude of, you're either in our club and we're going to treat you well, and we're going to make money together, or, you're not in our club and we can move you out of your neighborhood, we can move your businesses out of the neighborhood, we can demolish your buildings, all of those things, and not actually specifically attend to the needs of those people that are directly impacted. We've normalized that. And, I really think that on a moral psychology level, we have to call developers to task, and we have to call city council and the mayor to task and say, it's not okay anymore. It's not okay to displace people. It's not okay to selectively grant public resources along racial lines, and to point out exactly how that's being done.